Hi, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, good night. Whenever you are watching, wherever you're watching, hi and welcome. Uh, it's been a while since I did anything in English, so I thought it would be the right time because I think I have mentioned this subject before in my Turkish video, so I just wanted to give further information about my feelings and my thoughts about a very serious and a very delicate subject, and a very personal subject to me, of course. Uh, I've never liked the new year because as a child I was generally alone, away from my family. Later, I lived most of my life away from my family again, in another city. So New Year's weren't so big of a spectacle to me. But however, it did have some small meanings. But later on in life, when you experience other things, and especially uh, the death of your parents, New Year's don't really have much importance to me. It goes the same with my sister as well. Uh, it was like 27 years ago when, I'm sorry, 25 years ago, it was on a New Year's Day when my father was taken to the hospital. And on the 8th of January, he passed away, he died. Then, 7 years ago, my mum, she was taken to the hospital in a New Year's Day, New Year's evening actually. And on the 13th of January, she died, which is tomorrow. So, as you can see, New Year doesn't have much effect on me. Actually, I hate the New Year. Yes, it might bring new thoughts, new chances, new whatever, but for me, every day is a new year if you want to live it. And so the New Year day doesn't really have any account on me. However, this video is not about me discussing about what I feel towards the New Year day. It's about family values, and it's about our relations with our relatives. And mm, basically, today it's going to be about my regrets as well. Um, One of my biggest regrets is that I could have spent more time with my family. I didn't. It was probably a reaction that I showed to them where, because I was left with my aunts and uncle's house for a few years, and my family lived away from me. That wasn't because they wanted to give me any punishment, but rather get a better education. But when you're 7 years old, and when you need support, you either say mum or you say dad, and if none of them is around, you feel a little lonely. You feel a little drowned, basically. So it was one of the probable reactions that I showed towards my parents unintentionally. Uh, I could have spent more time with them. I could have spent more quality time with them, but I couldn't. I didn't. Probably I didn't know how to, maybe because I was always like living alone. And didn't I love them? I loved them dearly, of course. It's just that sometimes it's difficult to show your feelings. Um, I had this reaction, or I have been told that sometimes it's difficult for me to show my feelings towards my loved ones as well. Yeah, they could be my children. Actually, for many people, I am a father that shows his affection very easily. I love holding my children's hands. I love holding my daughter's hand, and she's like 25, 26. She does get embarrassed sometimes, but she likes it at the same time. My son, he's 13 years old. Of course, he's he's becoming a teenager now. He's a teenager, 13, and of course, I can't hold his hand, but I'm generally, uh, hugging him or just trying to choke him. Choke, of course, just show my affections like a 13-year-old child cannot understand. And yeah, I loved to be with them. But coming back to other people that I really love, it is difficult sometimes for me to show my feelings. I don't know why. I probably have some problems. Definitely have some problems, but um, yeah, the biggest regret that I have is I couldn't spend more time with my family, especially with my father. Um, he was a fantastic person, and you know, he was one of the few people that everyone really looked up to. He wasn't the smartest guy, no. He wasn't the strongest. He wasn't the richest, but he could be. He could act like how the other person can act. He can be like a child. He can be like an adult. He can be like a grandfather if necessary. And he loved to talk. He loved to make communication with people. He loved to have chat with people he didn't know. He liked to meet new people, just like me. Actually, I love meeting new people. But I always had that distance, whereas my father didn't have that much distance, so it was much easier to come to him, and it was much easier for him to go to others. Whereas I am a little cautious, probably due to my experiences in my past. But he always said that I was his best friend. I would have loved to be like that as well for a very long time, but I'm afraid, unfortunately, he passed away, and I had my mum with me then, and still I was living in Izmir, and she was living in Kocaeli, in her own house. When she wanted to come, she always had fights with her daughter-in-law, my wives, and she couldn't get along. Yeah, she was a grumpy old lady as well, just like me. But she never had any negative thoughts. It was just she was so disciplined. She had her own discipline, and she didn't like to go out of her comfort zone so much. And people didn't really understand that. Besides me and my sister, of course, but you know, she was a lovely lady as well. She would do whatever she can to the people she loved. She would run after them, try to support them as much as she can, any way possible. And I had extremely fantastic two people in my lives, which I couldn't really live much. I could have done more. I didn't. So basically, coming to the end of the talk, all I need to say to you is that if you have your loved ones near you, if you have your loved ones around you, try to spend more time with them, try to understand them more, try to reach them even more, because when we do reach our elders, they will reach us more, and you would be receiving a lot of experience, a lot of knowledge through them, through their eyes. And if you are just a tiny little smart, you could benefit from them as well. So what I'm trying to say is, don't do the stupid things that I did. Spend time with your family. Spend time with your father. Spend time with your mother. Spend more time and more quality time with your siblings. Let them also need who you are. Let them create a small part of them in you so that you can live them whenever you want, wherever you go. This is something important. I believe everyone should show some respect to their elders. They should be together with them, and try to spend more quality time, because guys, when they're gone, they're gone. and each day becomes even more heavier in the heart. So the only way to ease that pain, the only way to lighten that heaviness is the quality time that you spent with them and all the experiences that you will have or you will share with them. Okay, you will have more things to remember, more things to smile about. Unfortunately, as I said, I could have done more. I didn't do more, but still, I feel very lucky and privileged to be their son, and try to be more with them. Try to gather more memories with them. Try to smile more. Try to have fun more. Try to do whatever you can to make them happy as well. Even a small kiss doesn't really matter. Even a short hug, even a quick hello. Okay? Trust me, trust me, it's going to mean the world to them. It is going to mean the world to them. So, you have your time. If you do what you have to do. Do what you must do. Do what you need to do. Spend more quality time with them and never become like me, full of regrets. See you next time. Take care. Bye bye.